Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01 are leading the pack, followed closely by Lacroix 1980 and McGups 2005, with Gary _710 and Sile 87 trailing behind in third. It's going to be an exciting race. Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01 are fiercely competing for the top position, with Lacroix 1980 and McGups 2005 right on their tail. Meanwhile, Amin Sang and Panzer Gorka, Finan Luki and Stix Machenjonge are in a tight battle for fourth place. Sabine 27, Meyer, Okyoki 3, and Laserlost are locked in a close fight for the 8th position. Train 94 and Deplorableeple have made a strong move up to 6B, passing Haupt 03 and Surian Bot. They are now engaged in a tight battle for the position. Meanwhile, Niipe has advanced to 9P, overtaking Okyoki 3 and Laserlost. Train 94 and Deplorableeple are locked in a tight battle for the 6th position, both in the Lotus 49, while Haupt 03 and Surian Bot are right on their tail in the Honda Route 300. Impressive move by Niipe, who has overtaken Sabine 27 and Meyer to secure the 8th spot. Now, Niipe, Sabine 27, and Meyer are in a close fight for that position, with Niipe driving a Cooper T81B and Sabine 27, and Meyer both in the Honda Route 300. Gary _710 and Sile 87 have advanced to 2P, overtaking Lacroix 1980 and McGups 2005. The four drivers are in a heated battle for the position. In another move, Haupt 03 and Surian Bot have surged to 6P, overtaking Train 94 and Deplorableeple. As of the latest update, WAG and Flow Drifter are locked in a fierce battle for 20th position, both driving a Bourbon BT24 and a Matra MS7 respectively. Additionally, 81792 and Super Lacroix are in a tight competition with Rene Peter and Dexton Alanti for 21st place, with the former duo in a Matra MS7 and the latter in a Bourbon BT24. Niipe, Okyoki 3, and Laserlost are locked in a tight battle for 8th place. Meanwhile, Sabine 27, Meyer, Simple Marcos, and I are all vying for the 10th position. The competition is heating up. Susanne Greenberg in the Honda Route 300, Paulo Custer 09, and Milka 77 in the Bourbon BT24 are fiercely competing for the 13th position. Susanne Greenberg and Paulo Costa 09 have made gains, now at 12P after overtaking Bobardo and Hyundai 101. Finan Luki and Stix Machenjonge in a Lotus 49 are fiercely contesting 5P with Haupt 03 and Surian Bot in a Honda Route 300. Meanwhile, Bobardo and Hyundai 101 in a Honda Route 300 and Milka 77 in a Bourbon BT24 are locked in a battle for 13P. Lastly, 81792 and Super Lacroix in a Matra MS7 are going head-to-head with Rene Peter and Dexton Alanti in a Bourbon BT24 for 21P. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in a tight battle for 15th place, with Neo Texan and Elgith. Meanwhile, WAG, Flow Drifter, 81,792, and Super Lacroix are fiercely competing for the 20th position. Keep an eye on these exciting mid-pack battles. Wayne Train 94 and Deplorably Bull are neck and neck in a battle for 7th place, with Neib close behind. Neib is also in another tight tussle with Okyoki 3 and Laserlost for 8th place. Meanwhile, Simple Markers and I have made significant progress, now in 10th place after overtaking Sabine 27 and Meyer. Neib makes a strong move up to 7p, passing Wayne Train 94 and Deplorably Bull. Meanwhile, Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09 take 11p from Sabine 27 and Meyer. Sabine 27, Meyer, and Nolga 77 are locked in a heated battle for 12p, showcasing their skills in the Honda RAV 300 and Reborn BT24. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in a close battle for 15p, both driving an Eagle MK1T1G and a Lotus 49 respectively. Meanwhile, Jessak 72 and Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express are fiercely contesting the 17p position. Sabine 27, Honda RAV 300, Meyer, Honda RAV 300, and Nolga 77, Reborn BT24, are locked in a tight battle for 12th position. Neo Texan, Lotus 49, Elgith, Lotus 49, Luke Runs, Eagle MK1T1G, and Komodo 3K, Eagle MK1T1G, are fiercely competing for the 15th spot. Luke is steadily maintaining his position, while Komodo 3K is making moves and has climbed to 15p by overtaking Neo Texan and Elgith. Similarly, Bucksize Row has advanced to 17p after overtaking Jessak 72, and now they are engaged in a battle for that position. Finam Luki, Stiffs Machen Junge, Hugged 03, and Sir Ironbot are currently engaged in an exciting battle for the 5th position. Finam Luki and Stiffs Machen Junge are in a Lotus 49, while Hugged 03 and Sir Ironbot are driving a Honda RAV 300. Hugged 03 and Sir Ironbot are dueling it out for the 6th position, both in classic cars, the Honda RAV 300 and the Cooper T81B. It's a tight battle. Hugged 03 and Sir Ironbot are locked in a tight battle for the 6th position, while Neib is right in the mix as well. Hugged 03 and Sir Ironbot are piloting a Honda RAV 300, while Neib is behind the wheel of a Cooper T81B. Neib has advanced to 6th place, successfully passing both Wayne Train 94 and Deplorably Bull. However, Wayne Train 94 and Deplorably Bull have now overtaken Hugged 03 and Sir Ironbot. and they are locked in a fierce battle for 7th position. It's a showdown between Wayne Train 94 and Deplorableeple in a Lotus 49, and Hoped 03 and Serayan Bot in a Honda RAV 300. Sabine 27, Meyer, Bobardo, and Hyundai 101 are fiercely contesting the 12th position. There's also a tight battle between Buxisewell and Jessac 72 for 17th place. Meanwhile, Mene Peter and Dexton Alanti have made impressive gains, climbing to 20th and overtaking WAG and Flow Drifter. Finamluki, Stiftsmachen Junge, and Niaib are really going at it for that 5th position. It's a battle of the vintage cars with Finamluki and Stiftsmachen Junge in a Lotus 49 and Niaib in a Cooper T81B. Looks like Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheels Kit 01 are setting the pace at the front, with Lacroix 1980 and McGups 2005 chasing close behind. Meanwhile, Amin Sang and Panzergordker are holding their ground in 3rd place. It's shaping up to be an exciting race. Hey Street for NBZH, welcome back to the stream. It's great to have you back with us for some high-speed race car action. Let's enjoy the race together. Racing car checkered flag. Buxisewell and Jessac 72 continue to jostle for position, currently locked in a battle for 14th place. Amin San and Panzergordker are now in 2nd place after overtaking Lacroix 1980 and McGups 2005. Sabine 27, Meyer, Bobardo, and Hyundai 101 are engaged in a closely contested battle for 9th place. Meanwhile, WAG, Flow Drifter, 81,792, and Super Lacroix are battling it out for 19th place, with cars like Brabham BT24 and Matra MS7 in the mix. You're not too far back, Gary. Your pit strategy might just surprise us all. Wayne Train 94 and Deplorableeple have dropped significantly to 22p. Hoped 03 and Serayan Bot have advanced to 5p, overtaking Simple Markers and Amy, who now hold 6p after bypassing Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09. Buxisewell has made an impressive overtake on Jessac 72, securing the 13th position. Bobardo, Hyundai 101, Sabine 27, and Meyer are currently locked in a tight battle for the 8th position. Lacroix 1980 and McGups 2005 have surged into the lead, surpassing Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01. It's an intense battle for first place between Lacroix 1980 and McGurk's 2005 in a Honda RAV300 and Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01 in a Cooper T81B. Meanwhile, Wipe and Flow Drifter are locked in a tight tussle with 81,792 and Super Lacroix for the 18th position. Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01 have slipped back to 8p. Suzanne Greenberg and Paulo Costa 09 are now at 19p, and Neo Texan and Elgif have dropped to 20p. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K has advanced to 9p, passing Mogus 77 in an intense battle. Both drivers are pushing their Eagle MK1T1G and Bourbon BT24 to the limit. Meanwhile, Buxizro and Jazzac 72 are also locked in a close duel for 11p. Mogus 77 makes a move to secure the 9th position, successfully overtaking Luke Runs and Komodo 3K. It's a tight battle for the 20th spot between Electric Mary, Vojtaxk, Suzanne Greenberg, and Paulo Costa 09. Electric Mary and Vojtaxk in the Matra MS7 are dueling with Suzanne Greenberg and Paulo Costa 09 in the Honda RAV300. Hot 03 and Sarayan Bot dropped to 18p. Simple Marcus and Amy advanced to 4p, passing Bobardo and Hyundai 101. Bobardo and Hyundai 101 moved to 5p, overtaking Sabine 27 and Meyer. Jazzac 72 in the Eagle MK1T1G and Gary 710 in the Cooper T81B are fiercely contesting the 10th position. Meanwhile, Niaip has climbed to 16th place, successfully overtaking 81,792 and Super Lacroix. Wipe, Flow Drifter, and Niaip are locked in a fierce battle for the 15th position. It's Wipe and Flow Drifter in their Bourbon BT24 up against Niaip in the Cooper T81B. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in a tight battle for 9th place, with Gary 710 and Sile 87 joining the mix. Luke Runs is driving an Eagle MK1T1G while Gary 710 and Sile 87 are in a Cooper T81B. Sabine 27 and Meyer have advanced to 5p, surpassing Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01. Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01 have climbed to 6p, passing Mogus 77. Mogus 77 has risen to 7p, overtaking Luke Runs and Komodo 3K. Bobardo and Hyundai 101 have dropped to 20p, while Monet Maispeter and Dexton Alanti are now at 23p after facing some trouble. The battle for 10p is heating up between Jazzac 72 and Buxizro. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in a close battle for position 8, both driving the Eagle MK1T1G. Gary 710 and Sile 87 are also fiercely competing for the same spot, with both in the Cooper T81B. Hang in there, Gary. You've got this. Sabine 27 and Meyer are locked in a fierce battle for the 5th position, both driving Honda RAV 300. Farah 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are also in the mix, piloting Cooper T81B. Sabine 27 and Meyer are in a heated battle with Farah 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 for the 5th position. Meanwhile, Luke Runs, Komodo 3K, Gary 710, and Sile 87 are locked in a tight competition for 8th place. It's anyone's game as they navigate the track. Farah 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 in the Cooper T81B are mixing it up with Sabine 27 and Meyer in the Honda RAV 300 for the 5th position. Meanwhile, 81792 and Super Lacroix in the Matra MS7 are in a tight battle with Hoped 03 and Surian Bot in the Honda RAV 300 for the 15th spot. Noga 77 in the Bourbon BT24 and Gary 710 in the Cooper T81B are duking it out for 7th place. Jazzax 72 and Bucksizero are fiercely contesting 10th position. Meanwhile, WAG, Flow Drifter, Hoped 03, and Surian Bot are all entangled in a tussle for 14th place. Gary_710 and Sile 87 have encountered issues, dropping back 10 positions to 18p. Niipe has also faced trouble, slipping 9 positions down to 22p. Meanwhile, Luke Runs and Komodo 3K have made gains, moving up to 8p by overtaking Jazzax 72. WAG and Flow Drifter in a tight battle with Wayne Train 94 and Deplorably for the 13th position. Fascinating to see the Bourbon BT24 and Lotus 49 going head to head. Wayne Train 94 and Deplorable Apple have made a solid move up to 13th position, successfully overtaking WAG and the Flow Drifter. Looks like a couple of pit stops didn't quite go as planned. It happens to the best of us, right? Just part of the excitement of racing. Bernese Peter and Dexter are neck and neck in their battle for the 21st position, both in classic cars, a Brabham BT24 and a Cooper T81B. Niaib has advanced to 21st place, successfully passing Bernese Peter and Dexter. We're witnessing a tight competition between Niaib in the Cooper T81B and Bernese Peter and Dexter in the Brabham BT24 for the 21st spot. Jessax 72 and Buxisro are in a heated battle for 9p. Susanne Greenberg and Paulo Custer 09 have made a move to 14p, overtaking WAC and Flow Drifter. Neo Texan and Elgiv have advanced to 19p, overtaking Electric Mary and Vojtax. Buxisro, Duff Dad, and Nikenbakken are locked in a tense battle for the 10th position. Buxisro is in an Eagle MK1T1G, while Duff Dad and Nikenbakken are driving a Brabham BT24. Train 94 and Deplorableeple have slipped down to 21st place. 81,792 and Super Lacroix have advanced to 15th, passing Bobardo and Hyundai 101. Bobardo and Hyundai 101 are now in 16th position after overtaking Gary 710 and Sile 87. Okyoki 3 and Lazalos are making a big move, reducing the gap to Train 94 and Deplorableeple by 24.0. Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01 have made a strong move, snatching 4p from Simple Markers and Amy. The four of them are now locked in a fierce battle for the position. Meanwhile, Buxisro, Duff Dad, and Nikenbakken are duking it out for 10p, each showcasing their skills in different car models. Gary_710 and Sile 87 have made significant progress, moving up to 15p and overtaking 81,792 and Super Lacroix. Currently, Gary_710 and Sile 87 driving a Cooper T81B are locked in a battle for 15p with 81,792 and Super Lacroix in a Matra MS7. Meanwhile, 81,792 and Super Lacroix are also in a tight tussle with Bobardo and Hyundai 101 for 16p, with both teams driving Matra MS7 and Honda RA 300 respectively. Buxisro makes a move up to 9p, leaving Duff Dad and Nikenbakken in the dust. However, they managed to slip past Jessax 72 and secure 10p. Meanwhile, Gary 710 and Sile 87 climbed to 14p, overtaking Bobardo and Hyundai 101. Suzanne Greenberg and Paulo Coster 09 are making gains, closing in on Hugt 03 and Surayan Bot by 3.5 seconds. Bobardo and Hyundai 101 are on the move, now at 15p, overtaking WAG and the Flow Drifter. Sabine 27 and Meyer have taken the 5th position, passing Nulgas 77. Nulgas 77 is now in 6th, having overtaken Luke Runs and Komodo 3K, who are now in 7th after passing Buxisro. Jessax 72 is quickly closing in on Ferra 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01, reducing the gap by 22.7. Neip has moved up to 18p, overtaking Neo Texan and Elgith. Jessax 72, Hugt 03, and Surayan Bot are contesting for the 11th position. Meanwhile, Minamai Speter and Dexter Nalanti have advanced to 20th place, overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Deplorable, who have now moved up to 21st, surpassing Okyoki 3 and Laserlost. Jessax 72 in the Eagle MK121G, Hugt 03, and Surayan Bot in the Honda RA 300 are fiercely contesting the 11th position. Wayne Train 94 and Deplorable in the Lotus 49, along with Okyoki 3 and Laserlost in the Honda RA 300, are locked in a tight battle for the 21st spot. Amin Sang and Panzer Gortka have surged to 1p, overtaking Finam Luki and Stivs Machen Junge. Finam Luki and Stivs Machen Junge have moved up to 2p, overtaking Lacroix 1980 and McGulps 2005. Simple Markers and Amy are closing in on Lacroix 1980 and McGulps 2005, reducing the gap by 3.7 seconds. Gary _710 and Sile 87 make a strong move up to 13p, overtaking Bobardo and Hyundai 101. Meanwhile, Bobardo and Hyundai 101 advance to 14p, overtaking 81792 and Super Lacroix. Further back, 81792 and Super Lacroix climb to 15p, overtaking Neib. Electric Mary and Vojtax have advanced to 17p, surpassing Minamai Speter and Dexter Nalanti. Minamai Speter and Dexter Nalanti have climbed to 18p, overtaking Suzanne Greenberg and Paulo Coster 09. Wayne Train 94 and Deplorable have moved up to 20p, passing Okyoki 3 and Laserlost. Simple Markers and Amy are in a tight battle with Sabine 27 and Meyer 44p in their Cooper T81B and Honda RA 300 respectively. Meanwhile, Hugt 03 and Surayan Bot are fighting with Gary 710 and Sile 87 for 12p in their Honda RA 300 and Cooper T81B. Gary 710 and Sile 87 have advanced to 12p, surpassing Hugt 03 and Surayan Bot. Meoid now sits in 22nd place after a tough break. Bobardo and Shondai 101 have climbed to 12th, passing 81,792 and Super Lacroix. Meanwhile, 81,792 and Super Lacroix have moved up to 13th, overtaking Electric Mary and Vojtaxk. Mene Maispeter and Dexter have made a move, advancing to the 14th position by overtaking Electric Mary and Vojtaxk. Sabine 27 and Meyer have overtaken Simple Markers and Amy, moving up to 4th place. Milka 77 has advanced to 5P, surpassing both Simple Markers and Amy in the process. Buxisro is now in 7th place, surpassing Dufdad and Newcambakum. Dufdad and Newcambakum have advanced to 8th, overtaking Farah 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01. Moreover, Farah 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01 have moved up to 9th, overtaking Simple Markers and myself. Jezsax 72 is making significant gains, reducing the gap by 5.6 seconds to Simple Markers and Amy. Meanwhile, Electric Mary, Vojtaxk, Gary 710, and Sile 87 are locked in a tight battle for 15th position, showcasing some exciting wheel-to-wheel action. Gary, 710, and Sile 87 have made some impressive moves, advancing to 15th place by overtaking Electric Mary and Vojtaxk. Farah 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01 have advanced to 8th place, overtaking Dufdad and Newcambakum in the process. Susanne Greenberg and Paulo Custer 09 have advanced to 16P, surpassing Electric Mary and Vojtaxk. It's a tight battle for 16P, with Susanne Greenberg and Paulo Custer 09 in a Honda RA 300 and Electric Mary and Vojtaxk in a Matra MS7. Buxisro from Team Quark Express now holds 6P, surpassing Farah 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01. Farah 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01 have advanced to 7P, overtaking Dufdad and Newcambakum. Dufdad and Newcambakum have moved up to 8P, overtaking Simple Markers and Amy. Mene Maispeter and Dexter dropped 7 positions to 21P. Okyoki 3 and Laserlost are closing the gap by 9.7 on Electric Mary and Vojtaxk. 81,792 and Super Lacroix moved up to 11P, overtaking Luke Runs and Komodo 3K. Okyoki 3 and Laserlost have made a move, climbing to 22P, successfully overtaking Electric Mary and Vojtaxk. The Honda RA 300 and Matra MS7 are in an intense battle for the 22nd position. Noga 77 has advanced to 4P, overtaking Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01. On the other hand, Ferrer 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01 have moved up to 5P, surpassing Sabine 27 and Meyer. Simple Markers and Amy have surged to 7P, overtaking Duff Dad and Nikambakken. Jessax 72 has climbed to 8P, surpassing 81,792 and Super Lacroix. 81,792 and Super Lacroix have advanced to 9P, overtaking Buckseyes Row from Team Quark Express. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K have moved up to 11P, overtaking Duff Dad and Nikambakken. The race dynamics are constantly changing as cars jostle for position. WAC and Flow Drifter have made a significant move, advancing to 17P. Meanwhile, Neo Texan and Elgif have also gained ground, now in 18P. Exciting exchanges continue further down the field, with Niaip overtaking the Name Ice Feature and Dexton Alanti to move up to 19P. Noga 77 is making an impressive move, closing the gap to Amin San and Panza Gortka by 10.3. Finan Luki and Stitz Machenjunch have surged to 1P, passing Lacroix 1980 and Magopes 2005. Lacroix 1980 and Magopes 2005 have advanced to 2P, overtaking Amin San and Panza Gortka. Gary_710 and Sile87 have advanced to 12th place, successfully overtaking Duff Dad and Nikambakken in the process. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in an intense battle for the 11th position, with Gary710 and Sile87. Luke Runs is driving an Eagle MK1T1G, while Gary710 and Sile87 are piloting a Cooper T81B. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are currently fighting for the 3rd position, driving an Eagle MK1T1G and a Cooper T81B respectively. Meanwhile, Gary710 and Sile87 are in a heated battle for 11th place. Over at the back of the pack, Wipe, the Flow Drifter, and Niaib are all vying for the 18th spot. Currently, Sabine 27 and Meyer are battling with Simple Markers and Amy for the 6th position. In another move, Gary710 and Sile87 have advanced to 11th place, surpassing Luke Runs and Komodo 3K. Additionally, Niaib has climbed to 18th place, overtaking WAC and Flow Drifter. Neo Texan and Elgif are locked in a tight battle for 17th place, with Niaib also in the mix. Neo Texan is piloting a Lotus 49, Elgif is in a Lotus 49 as well, and Niaib is driving a Cooper T81B. Neo-Texam and Elgin, along with Neib, are locked in a tight battle for the 17th position. Neo-Texam and Elgin is maneuvering the Lotus 49 while Neib is holding ground with the Cooper T81B. Milka 77 is now in 23p after dropping 19 positions. Ferra 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01 are currently at 4p, overtaking Sabine 27 and Meyer. Meanwhile, Sabine 27 and Meyer have moved up to 5p, overtaking Simple Markers and Amy. Milka 77 has made a rapid ascent, overtaking 16 cars to secure the 7th position. Simple Markers and Amy have advanced to 5th place, surpassing Jazzax 72. Jazzax 72 has now moved up to 6th, overtaking Milka 77. Hub 03 and Sir Ironbot now at 14p, passing Bobardo and Shondai 101. Bobardo and Shondai 101 now at 15p, overtaking Gary 710 and Sile 87. Wipe and Flow Drifter up to 17p, overtaking Neo-Texam and Elgith. Train 94 and Deplorableeple have advanced to 19p, surpassing Neib. Neib has climbed to 20p, overtaking Electric Mary and Vojtaxk. Electric Mary and Vojtaxk have moved up to 21p, overtaking Neo-Texam and Elgith.
Down. Hey, stop f***ing late now, say. Copy.
Milka 77 advances to 6p, passing Jazzax 72. The Bourbon BT24 and Eagle MK1T1G are now in a tight battle for the 6th position. Ferra 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01 have made a strong move, now in 7th place after overtaking Jazzax 72. Meanwhile, 81792 and Super Lacroix are steadily closing in on Jazzax 72, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. Bobardo and Shondai 101 are on the move, now at 12p, leaving Jazzax 72 behind. Gary 710 and Sile 87 have also made gains, now sitting at 15p, overtaking WAP and Flow Drifter. Conversely, WAP and Flow Drifter have advanced to 16p, surpassing Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09. Manamai Speeter and Dexton Alanti are making moves, closing the gap by 19.8 and reeling in Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09. Amin San and Panza Gordka have made a swift move, securing the 2nd position by overtaking Finamuki and Stivsmachen Junge. Sabine 27 and Meyer have made a remarkable move, gaining ground on Finamuki and Stivsmachen Junge, reducing the gap by 22.4. Electric Mary and Vojtax in the Matra MS7 are in a tight battle with Neo Texum and Elgif in the Lotus 49 for 21st position. Neo Texum and Elgif have advanced to 21p, surpassing Electric Mary and Vojtax. Noga 77 in the Brabham BT24, Farah 023, and Hot Wheels Skid 01 in the Cooper T81B are locked in a tight battle for 6th place. It's a three-way race to the finish. Bobardo and Hyundai 101 are making moves, now in 11th place after overtaking Hot 03 and Surayan Bot. Noga 77 is fighting with Farah 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01 for the 6th spot. Meanwhile, Gary_710 and Sile 87 have advanced to 13th place, surpassing 81,792 and Super Lacroix. In turn, 81,792 and Super Lacroix have moved up to 14, overtaking WAP and Flow Drifter. Menemais Peter and Dexter Melanti are rapidly catching up to Hot 03 and Surayan Bot, reducing the gap by 5.7 seconds. Farah 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01 have surged ahead to the 6th position, bypassing Noga 77 in a thrilling maneuver. It's a tight battle between Farah 023 and Hot Wheels Skid 01 in the Cooper T81B and Noga 77 in the Brabham BT24 for that coveted 6th spot. Gary_710 and Sile 87 have made a strong move, overtaking Jasak 72 and securing the 12th position. Neip has advanced to 19th place, surpassing Wayne Train 94 and Deplorableeple in the process. Electric Mary and Vojtax are making moves, now sitting at 21st place after overtaking Wayne Train 94 and Deplorableeple. RSIGG Gary. Looks like Team Blue Star is making some big moves out there. Keep it up. Adafan 27 has just overtaken Speed Racer 99, moving up to 8th place. Wayne Train 94 and Deplorableeple in the Lotus 49 are neck and neck with Okyoki 3 and Laserlost in the Honda Route 300, all vying for the 22nd position. Keep an eye on this tight tussle. Train 94 and Deplorably Bull have advanced to 22p, surpassing Okyoki 3 and Laserlost. Cheers to a close race, everyone. Enjoy the excitement and good luck. $81,792 in the Matra MS7 is closely contesting with Super Lacroix for 14th position, while Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09 in the Honda Route 300 are also in the mix for this spot. $81,792 in the Matra MS7 and Super Lacroix are fiercely contesting with Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09 in the Honda Route 300 for the 14th position. Exciting battle unfolding as they navigate the track. Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09 have made a move, now at 14p, successfully overtaking $81,792 and Super Lacroix. The four drivers are currently engaged in a tight battle for the 14th position. Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09 are behind the wheel of a Honda Route 300, while $81,792 and Super Lacroix are driving a Matra MS7. Jassax 72 has advanced to 12p, surpassing Gary 710 and Sile 87. Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09 have advanced to 12th place, surpassing $81,792 and Super Lacroix. Conversely, $81,792 and Super Lacroix have moved up to 13th place, overtaking Gary 710 and Sile 87. Bobardo, Hyundai 101, Haupt 03, and Sir Ironbot are fiercely contesting the 15th position. Meanwhile, Neo Texan and Elgif have made gains to reach 18th, surpassing Electric Mary and Vojtaxk. Electric Mary and Vojtaxk have also climbed to 19th, overtaking Train 94 and Deplorably Bull. Aminsan and Panzer Gordper are gaining ground on Lacroix 1980 and Magopes 2005, closing the gap by 3.4. Bobardo, Hyundai 101, Haupt 03, and Sir Ironbot are in a tight battle for 15th place. Train 94 and Deplorably Bull have made strides and moved up to 19th, successfully overtaking Monet Maispeter and Dextinalanti. Haupt 03 and Sir Ironbot have advanced to 15p, passing Bobardo and Hyundai 101. Looks like they're locked in a battle for that position. Train 94 and Deplorably are rapidly gaining on Neo Texan and Elgif, reducing the gap by 5.1 seconds. Train 94 and Deplorably are now at 18th place, surpassing Manami Peter and Dextanalanti. Manami Peter and Dextanalanti have now advanced to 19th place, overtaking Electric Mary and Vojtax. Electric Mary and Vojtax have climbed to 20th place, passing Niib. Okyoki 3 and Laserlost are making a strong move, rapidly closing in on Neo Texan and Elgif, reducing the gap by 24.5. Mocha 77 has advanced to 6P, making a successful overtake on Buxizero. Buxizero has also made a move, climbing to 7P and overtaking Ferra 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01. In the back, Jasak 72, Susanne Greenberg, and Paulo Custer 09 are engaged in a close battle for 11P, with Jasak 72 in an Eagle MK1T1G and Susanne Greenberg and Paulo Custer 09 in a Honda 300. Niib has advanced to 20th place, surpassing Electric Mary and Vojtax. Luke Romes and Komodo 3K are in a duel for 3rd place, while Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are fiercely contesting 8th position. Exciting action on the track. Luke Romes and Komodo 3K are currently engaged in a tight battle for the 8th position, while Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are right in the mix as well. It's a diverse range of cars, with the Eagle MK1T1G and Cooper T81B making for an interesting competition. Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are in a tight tussle with Duvdad and Nikembakum for the 9th position. Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 in the Cooper T81B are really pushing it against Duvdad and Nikembakum in the Brabhorn BT24. $81,792 and Super Lacroix have made a smart move, advancing to 12P by overtaking Susanne Greenberg and Paulo Custer 09. Gary _710 and Sile 87 have made a strong move, advancing to 16th place by overtaking Susanne Greenberg and Paulo Custer 09. Train 94 and Deplorably are on the move, rapidly catching up to Susanne Greenberg and Paulo Custer 09, reducing the gap by 21.9. Meanwhile, Wipe and Flow Drifter are locked in a tight battle with Hoped 03 and Sarayan Bot for 13th place. Exciting action on the track. Wipe and Flow Drifter are fiercely contesting for the 13th position, both driving Brabhorn BT24. Meanwhile, Hoped 03 and Sarayan Bot are also locked in battle for the same position, driving Honda 300. Wipe and Flow Drifter are locking horns with Bobardo and Hyundai 101 in a tight fight for 14p. The Bourbon BT24 and Honda Red 300 drivers are pushing hard as they compete for position. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in a heated battle for third place. Meanwhile, Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are fiercely competing for 8th position. The race is getting even more intense as Wipe and the Flow Drifter go head-to-head with Bobardo and Hyundai 101 for the 14th spot. Wipe and Flow Drifter are neck and neck with Bobardo and Hyundai 101, all vying for the 14th position. Wipe and Flow Drifter are piloting a Bourbon BT24, while Bobardo and Hyundai 101 are behind the wheel of a Honda Red 300. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K in a fierce battle for third position, while Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are locked in a tight fight for 8th place in their respective cars. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K in the Eagle MK1T1G are in a tight battle with Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 in the Cooper T81B for 8th place. Wipe and the Flow Drifter have made a move to 13th, passing Bobardo and Hyundai 101. Meanwhile, Bobardo and Hyundai 101 have advanced to 14th, overtaking Gary 710 and Sile 87. Train 94 and Deplorablpeople are making some impressive gains, closing the gap by 5 points for seconds on Haupt 03 and Surayan Bot. Amin San and Panzer Gortka have surged into first place, overtaking Lacroix 1980 and Magops 2005. Meanwhile, Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09 have also advanced to 16th place, overtaking Haupt 03 and Surayan Bot. Sabine 27 and Meyer are closing in on Lacroix 1980 and Magops 2005, reducing the gap by 24.1 seconds. Wipe and Flow Drifter in a tight tussle with Bobardo and Hyundai 101 for 13th place. Wipe and Flow Drifter in a Bourbon BT24, Bobardo and Hyundai 101 in a Honda Red 300. Bobardo and Hyundai 101 have made a strong move to claim the 13th position, overtaking Wipe and Flow Drifter. There's an intense battle between these two teams for that spot. It's the Honda Red 300 against the Bourbon BT24. Gary_710 and Sile 87 have advanced to 14th place, surpassing Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09. Susanne Greenberg and Paolo Custer 09 have climbed to 15th place, overtaking Haupt 03 and Surayan Bot. Haupt 03 and Surayan Bot have moved up to 16th place, overtaking Wipe and Flow Drifter. Train 94 and Deplorablpeople are making a strong move, narrowing the gap to Wipe and Flow Drifter by 21.9. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in the lead, followed by Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 who are locked in a duel for 8th place. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K is behind the wheel of an Eagle MK1T1G, while Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are steering a Cooper T81B. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are currently in a tight tussle for the 8th position, both driving an Eagle MK1T1G and a Cooper T81B respectively. Meanwhile, Electric Mary and Vojtax are vying with Neo Texan and Elgiv for the 21st spot, with Matra MS7 and Lotus 49 cars in play. Finamluki and Stiftmädchenjunch have surged to 1P, overtaking Amundsen and Panzergordker. There's an intense battle for the top spot between Finamluki and Stiftmädchenjunch and Amundsen and Panzergordker. It's a tight race with Luke Runs and Komodo 3K up against Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 for 8P. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in a tight race for the 3rd position, with Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 hot on their tails in an exciting battle for the 8th spot. Nulgas 77 and Bucksize Row are fiercely contesting the 6th position, showcasing the Bourbon BT24 and Eagle MK1T1G. Impressive moves from Wipe and Flow Drifter as they've climbed to 16th by passing Waynetrain 94 and Deplorableeple. In turn, Waynetrain 94 and Deplorableeple have advanced to 17th, overtaking Manamai Speaker and Dextanalanti. Neo Texan and Elgiv are gaining on Neib, closing the gap by 6.6. Finamluki and Stiftmädchenjunch are reeling in Amundsen and Panzergordker, closing the gap by 3.9. Bobardo and Shondai 101 are battling with Gary 710 and Sile 87 for 13p. Bobardo and Shondai 101 are in a Honda 300 while Gary 710 and Sile 87 are driving a Cooper T81B. Gary_710 and Sile 87 have made an impressive move, climbing up to 13th place by overtaking Bobardo and Shondai 101. Nulgas 77 and Bucksize Row are locked in a tight battle for 6th place. Nulgas 77 is in a Bourbon BT24, while Bucksize Row is driving an Eagle MK1T1G. It's shaping up to be an exciting duel between these two drivers. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are currently battling it out for 8th position, with Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 in the mix. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are driving an Eagle MK1T1G, while Ferra 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are in a Cooper T81B. Noga 77 has made a strong move, advancing to 5P by overtaking both Simple Markers and Amy. Noga 77 and Bugsizero are fiercely contesting the 6th position. Noga 77 in the Bourbon BT24 is in a close tussle with Bugsizero in the Eagle MK1T1G. Noga 77 has advanced to position 6, overtaking Bugsizero. Gary_710 and Sile87 have both moved up to position 12, passing 81,792 and Super Lacroix. Neo-Texan and Elgif have climbed to position 19, overtaking Electric Mary and Vojtask. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in the mix, vying for position 3. Meanwhile, Farah023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are locked in a tight battle for 8th place. Keep an eye on their moves. Luke is making a strong move, with Komodo 3K catching up to Simple Markers and me, reducing the gap by 6.0. Noga 77 has climbed to 5th place after overtaking Bugsizero, who in turn surged to 6th place, passing Simple Markers and me. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are currently in a battle for the 3rd position, driving an Eagle MK1T1G and a Cooper T81B, respectively. Meanwhile, Farah023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are fighting it out for the 8th spot. Lacroix 1980, McGulps 2005, Sabine 27, and Meyer are currently locked in a heated battle for the 3rd position. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are neck and neck, battling for the 8th position in their Eagle MK1T1G and Cooper T81B respectively. It's getting intense. Luke Runs and Komodo 3K are in a close race for 3rd place, both driving the Eagle MK1T1G. Meanwhile, Farah023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 are fiercely battling for the 8th position, with both drivers handling the Cooper T81B. Sabine 27 and Meyer are really going at it, as are Lacroix 1980 and McGulps 2005 for that podium position. Meanwhile, Farah 023 and Hot Wheels Kid 01 have made impressive moves to claim 8th place, overtaking Luke Runs and Komodo 3K. Sabine 27, Meyer, Lacroix 1980, and McGups 2005 are currently in a tight battle for the 3rd position. Dovdad and Nukembakken make a move, advancing to 9p by overtaking Luke Runs and Komodo 3K. Jessax 72 advances to 10p, overtaking Gary 710 and Sile 87. Meanwhile, Gary 710 and Sile 87 moves up to 11p, overtaking Luke Runs and Komodo 3K. $81,792 and Super Lacroix are making a strong push, closing the gap on Luke Runs and Komodo 3K by 23.2 seconds. Electric Mary and Vojtax's Matra MS7 is in a heated battle with Haupt 03 and Surayan Bot's Honda Rev 300 for the 20th position. Jessax 72 in the Eagle MK1T1G and Gary 710 in the Cooper T81B are fiercely contesting the 10th position. Meanwhile, Haupt 03 and Surayan Bot have made impressive progress, advancing to 20th place, overtaking Electric Mary and Vojtax. Okyoki 3 and Laserlost are making a significant push, closing the gap by 23.4 seconds on Electric Mary and Vojtax. Meanwhile, Jessax 72 and Gary 710 are fiercely battling for the 10th position. Exciting dynamics unfolding as the race progresses. Jessax 72 is going head-to-head with Gary 710 and Sile 87 for the 10th position, while WAP, Flowdrifter, Wayne Train 94 and Deplorably Bull are locked in a tight battle for the 16th spot. It's intense out there on the track. Lacroix 1980 and McGups 2005 have surged to 3p, overtaking Sabine 27 and Meyer. Meanwhile, Jessax 72 and Gary _710 are locked in a tight battle for 10p with Sile 87. Electric Mary, Vojtax, Okyoki 3 and Laserlost are currently engaged in a four-way battle for 21p with their respective car models. Noga 77 is making an impressive push, closing in on Sabine 27 and Meyer by 22.4 units. Meanwhile, Simple Markers and Amy have advanced to 6th place, overtaking Farah 023 and Hot Wheel Skid 01. Jessax 72 has advanced to 9th place, surpassing Gary 710 and Sile 87. Meanwhile, Gary 710 and Sile 87 have climbed to 10th position, overtaking Duff Dad and Nikambakan. Bobardo and Shorndai 101 have advanced to 13th place, overtaking 81,792 and Super Lacroix.
Down. It's not f***ing late now, say. Copy.
Jessax 72 in the Eagle MK1T1G and Gary 710 in the Cooper T81B are locked in a tight battle for the 9th position, with Sile 87 also in the mix. Jessax 72 in the Eagle MK1T1G and Gary _710 in the Cooper T81B are locked in a tight battle for the 9th position, with Sile 87 also in the mix. Exciting to see these classic cars duke it out on the track. Jessax 72 in the Eagle MK1T1G is in a fierce battle with Gary 710 and Sile 87 in the Cooper T81B for the 9th position. Keep an eye on this intense competition. Wipe and Flow Drifter are fighting it out with Wayne Train 94 and Deplorableeple for 16p. Wipe and Flow Drifter are in a Brabham BT24, while Wayne Train 94 and Deplorableeple are in a Lotus 49. Finam Luki and Stis Machenjunch have taken the lead, surpassing Armin San and Panza Gordka. Lacroix 1980 and McOpes 2005 have made a move up to 2p, overtaking Armin San and Panza Gordka. Sabine 27 and Meyer are making a strong move, closing in on Armin San and Panza Gordka with a 20.9 second gain. In the mid-pack, Jessax 72 and Gary 710, along with Sile 87, are locked in a tight battle for 9th place, showcasing some exciting racing action. Jessax 72 in the Eagle MK1T1G and Gary _710 in the Cooper T81B are locked in a tight battle for 9th position. It's shaping up to be an interesting showdown between these two drivers. Hey Shipperman, welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you back for some high-speed AI race car action. Let's see if our favorite autonomous drivers can impress us today. Gary _710 and Sile 87 have made a move, advancing to 9p, surpassing Jessax 72. Hub 03 and Sir Ironbot are rapidly gaining on Neo Texan and Elgith, reducing the gap by 2.2 seconds.
Is that a podium, boys? Is that a podium? That's a